the Bytedance ban just took effect, and I am, you know, it's a tough pill to swallow. Um, I'm a very big beneficiary of TikTok. By no means was I like a social media influencer, but TikTok brought me a lot of business. It brought me a lot of attention in the part of town that I work in. I stream daily on TikTok. I say that in every one of my videos. And the reason I do it is because it works. I post daily on TikTok because it works. It brought me a lot of business. I call it the Bytedance ban because it banned TikTok, it banned Lemonade, and it banned CapCut. Like CapCut doesn't work on my phone, but I just 3 months ago paid $90 for my annual subscription for CapCut to work on my phone. So now I'm out $90. And boohoo, right? Like there are people that have lost their livelihood. And so I'm still going to go to work tomorrow. I'm still going to be able to do my job. I'm still going to be able to market it to other platforms. Like I said, I was not really drawing money from TikTok. I sold a couple, or I made a few videos for some products. I made a few $100s from that, but that was not recurring. And I made a couple $100. I just watched a video of a young lady that bought her first house and, was taking care of her daughter as a single mother because of TikTok. That's we are not the same. My struggle ain't her struggle. And it's not necessarily about me at all. It's not about me at all. It's about us. I feel like we have just taken a massive L, and I just think they're playing in our faces. Like I don't, I don't have much capacity for too many more political conversations because like I'm just coming off of the election and all of the lead up to that. I'm tired. I've had it, man. But I'll say this. I downloaded what's that thing called? Red Note. I downloaded Red Note and I'm seeing all these Asian people welcome us with open arms. They are everything I heard nothing about. I have never heard really anything positive about people from communist countries, people from socialist countries. I drank the Kool-Aid so much that I have had this quiet bias assumption of people that I don't know, people that I don't interact with often. And I think it's by design. I think our media purposely wants us to think that we are in the best country in the world and it is better here than anywhere else. And all of that stuff. And TikTok was exposing some of those things to not be true. Um, our ability to collaborate and communicate with people across the street, across the state, across the country, across the world was something that TikTok did for us. And like I said, I recently got on Red Note and I'm learning all these things about Asian culture. And then I met a guy today from China. And this dude, we became best friends today. And so now, I'm wrestling with all of my emotions, my thoughts, my feelings about this situation. And I'm not in a position to do anything drastic. So I don't want to even give the illusion that that's the threat. But it does have me thinking, and it does have me kind of remorseful being, a quote unquote proud American. I think sometimes the pride in us is feeling like we are better than other people. And maybe I'm the only one on that. I don't want to give that guilt to anybody else, but I've been feeling guilty lately. And I also feel terrible thinking about going abroad and someone finding out I'm an American. That shit is like that's my biggest fear right now, is going to another country, them only knowing of us what we show them on the national stage, i.e., the dude that's about to take over the office. I personally don't think he's the best of us. I don't think he's a representation of the best of what America has to offer. So I worry about what would happen if I go to another country to visit. If they find out I'm American, I wonder how it would go, because I know how a lot of Americans talk about illegal immigrants and legal immigrants. Those HB1 visas, like, I know how some people have those attitudes if you watch a certain news network. And so I wonder, is the same thing happening over there? Are they looking and laughing at us? Yes. But is it dangerous for us to go abroad? Is it dangerous for us to go to certain countries? I don't know. All I know is I've fallen hook, line, and sinker for the American propaganda machine my entire life. And it wasn't until TikTok became as popular as it did before I was able to start questioning those things. And so I'm pretty bothered by the fact that they have temporarily shut that down. Red Note is cool. It's not laid out like TikTok. I'm sure that once I get the hang of it and I figure out how to read Mandarin, everything is going to work out. But right now, I can't live stream as an American on Red Note because I don't have a passport. And it's not even allowed. Live streaming isn't currently allowed in America. Like I said, I have other streaming platforms that I use and will continue to use. It's going to be an adjustment period, but I just felt like venting, because I think collectively right now, a lot of people in this country are grieving in a weird way. And I think it's because we know that our government is actively trying to hurt us. And that's sad. So I also want to point out real quick, I didn't have an angle when I started doing this audio, and all of this stuff is coming to me, but I'll leave you with this. All my life, I've heard we're the greatest country on earth. All my life, I've heard about our freedoms and all of those things. What I'm coming to learn more recently, and maybe some people have already figured this out, shame on me. But the one thing that I've been wrestling with for the last couple years is I keep noticing that all of our freedoms that we've been fighting for, or all of the rights that we've been losing to Congress. We haven't been losing to jihad. We haven't been losing to Iraq or Iran or Hamas or any of these American identified quote unquote terrorist groups. We're not losing freedoms to them. We're losing freedoms to Congress. So when people tell me that they think America's the greatest country on earth, lately I've been asking, how do you say that? Why do you say that? There's lead in our foods. There's dangerous toxins and hormones in the clothes we wear, the shoes we wear, the Glade plugins. Like everything in this country is making us sicker. Insurance companies are forced upon us in some situations. If you buy a car, gotta have insurance. Buy a house, gotta have insurance. A lot of times it is heavily suggested that you have medical insurance, but they're not obligated to provide coverage once you have to make a claim. And our government allows that to happen. Our government, in my estimation, allows companies to predatorily scavenge and ravage our pockets. Whenever they run afoul of us, governments protect them. If you've ever heard of the Texas two-step, companies that make millions and billions and trillions of dollars are able to shed any responsibility for wrongdoing, bad conduct, poor product, like all of the things that are harming American citizens, and those companies are not held to task. We pay taxes at some of the highest rates in the world, and we get the least for it. So when someone tells me that they're proud to be an American, I scratch my head and I think, what are you proud of? What I need to know more about what you think you are proud of, because I think they aren't thinking. I think they say that stuff because that's just what they've always said, and that's what they've always been taught, without any receipts, without any proof, without any validation, without any backing up that information. Like I said, I had no direction with this post. I went to open up my apps one by one. TikTok stopped working, I got that notification. Lemonade stopped working, got that notification. Now CapCut, which I just spent $90 on, that went away. Yeah. I I don't know how we fight it. If there's a way, I'm all ears. But I feel like TikTok was bringing us together. TikTok was helping us collaborate and share information, and they don't want that. They want us divided. They want us fighting over trans people in bathrooms and drag show, they want us fighting over that shit. They don't want us uniting and coming together and sharing ideals, because if we could get together on one accord and realize our power, they would be less powerful. And that's not what they want. I don't even care what you think in the comments. I mean, I do, but this isn't even a video about promoting myself or my business. If you guys have thoughts on this, if you've listened for this 12 minutes and 25 seconds at this point, I'm flattered that you give a shit about what I got to say. If you feel like commenting, please feel free. Sean Cussation on social media. I just downloaded Flip last night. I reinstalled Clapper. I reinstalled Fanbase. I obviously just started using RedNote. Once I figure out how to stream on those platforms, I'll be on them. But for now, I'm on Kick, Twitch, YouTube, Instagram as Sean Cuts to H. I'm on all those other platforms as well. So if you guys want to stay in touch, to the people that I have left behind on TikTok, man, I appreciate some of the things I learned from y'all. I hope y'all hold your head. You will figure it out. This too shall pass. Let all the buttons, all the things. I appreciate y'all time.